A giant named Goliath challenged the army of Israel. He was huge and wore heavy armor. Everyone was too afraid to fight him. A young shepherd boy named David came to visit his brothers in the army. He heard the giant's challenge and saw that everyone was scared. David was not afraid. He believed God would help him. He told King Saul he would fight the giant. They gave David heavy armor, but it was too big. He took it off. He chose 5 smooth stones and his simple sling. That's all he needed. Video: Goliath laughs at David. David stands brave. Narrator: the giant laughed at the small boy. But David said, "You have a sword and spear, but I come in the name of God." Video: David swings his sling and lets the stone fly. Narrator: David ran forward, swung his sling, and let the stone fly. Video: the stone hits the giant's forehead. The giant falls down. Narrator: the stone hit the giant right in the forehead and he fell to the ground. David had won. Video: the scared army now cheers. David stands over the giant. Narrator: God helped David defeat the giant. It shows us that you don't have to be big to be strong. Courage and faith are the most powerful weapons. Final screen text: with God, nothing is impossible. Did you know a giant named Goliath once challenged a boy named David to a fight? See, David was a young shepherd who lived in a small village near Jerusalem. One day, he heard a loud voice booming in the nearby city. And when he looked up, he saw a giant named Goliath standing over the walls of Jerusalem, taunting the Israelites to come and fight him. Though he was just a boy, David took the challenge. He went to Goliath and asked for a sword so they could fight one-on-one. But Goliath just laughed at him and said, "You're too small to be my enemy." So David did something crazy. He picked up Goliath's helmet and put it on his own head. Then he took the giant's sword and shield and walked away. When he arrived in Jerusalem with Goliath's head in tow, the people were amazed. The women of Israel sang, "Saul has slain his thousands, and David his tens of thousands." This launched David's legendary reputation and set in motion the events that would eventually make him the greatest king of Israel. Did you ever face a giant in your life? Okay, so this is me. I'm 6'9", and this is my best friend, Goliath. He's 7 foot tall, so one day we decided to go to Jerusalem. We took Goliath's head and we put it on a pike and we marched into town. People were like, "Whoa, who's this guy?" And I was like, "I'm David." He was like, "No, seriously, who are you?" So I went up to King Saul and I said, "Hey, King Saul, I just wanted to show you this." And he was like, "Whoa, what the heck? Whose son are you, young man?" But it didn't matter because that one moment right there launched my career. And then the women of Israel started singing, "Saul has slain his thousands, and David his tens of thousands." That's how I became the greatest king that Israel ever had.